Hello and welcome everybody to part 11 of this ChessBot Battle series where I will play computer opponents. I'll play one computer opponent here today. I'll do a 15-minute game. That way I can explain my moves as we play. All right, I'm going to play against a 1500 rated Pierre. And it says his coach told him not to move the F pawn, but Pierre likes to try everything out for himself. Be ready for a tricky game. All right, so let's choose Pierre. We will do a 15-minute game to give me time to explain moves. All right, and let's make sure we have everything. We'll do a random color, and here we go. All right, so we have white. I will try out this hippopotamus defense. I've been using this and it's been going pretty well. So you can play this as white or black. Okay, and there he goes, moving his F pawn. All right, so we'll just follow through with our fianchetto. And now we will do the other side here. Hopefully his queen doesn't move here. Oh, he did move there. All right, well, let us go ahead and we'll just move our knight up there to block that. So that kind of threw a wrench in the works. Okay, so we'll go there. Now I'm going to play this a little differently from normal. But normally you want to fianchetto, bring your knights in here. Let's see, push these pawns forward. All right, so now we have to protect that. Okay, let's chase this bishop away. All right, and we'll chase it further. Okay, and now let's go ahead and try. Well, we could castle on either side, but he's moved his pawns over here. So I'm going to try something tricky. I'm going to castle on this side. Now I can move this knight and let's see, put pressure on this diagonal. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Well, we'll just go ahead and move this. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and push this forward. See what he does. So, this turned out a little differently in this game. I'm going to go ahead and try and open the position up, I think, because his king is stuck in the center. So, trying to figure out the best way to do this. Well, first let me attack his bishop. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to attack his bishop. And, all right. Now, we have this bishop lined up on his queen. So, let's go ahead and knock out his bishop. So now we have the bishop pair. But this did open a line up on our king here. So we have to be careful with that. So let's go ahead, attack his queen. All right, let's see what we can do here. Well, we could press forward here. I think first, though, I will take this half-open file with my rook. And now we could press forward here. But that could block in this bishop. So, all right. Let us Well, we could just move forward. He can't take us, or we take his queen and we can attack his bishop. So let's try that. Okay, well that is interesting that he moved all the way down there. Okay. Well, now let's push forward with our pawn. Okay, now maybe we continue. Let's see. All right. Well, let's go ahead and capture that. Okay, now we can move our knight and pin his knight. Let's see here. So let's move back, pinning his knight. Okay, now we can go after his knight. And it's pinned to his queen. So let's go ahead and capture that. All right, now let's see. Well, let's just put more pressure on that. But first, should we, well, let's go here. All right. Well, he can't capture us because then we just take his rook. So let's attack his bishop. Okay, well, we have to be careful because his queen has a good position. All right, well, now how can we improve our position? Let us move our queen over and threaten him. So now we can threaten. Okay, probably should just capture now. We're already ahead in material, so we'll just trade down. All right, so we'll just, well, actually, before we do that, we might as well just take his bishop. That would be an even better move. Take his bishop. Now we can just, well, we'll take this pawn and check his king. Then we can take this other pawn. All right, now we can trade off material. Well, now we can capture that, pin this to his king, take that, put pressure on this pawn with the bishop and the rook. So let's go ahead and check him. All right, now we will move our knight up to kind of try and block his knight out, and we'll just start pushing this pawn forward. All right, well, let's just keep pushing this pawn. Okay, push the pawn for promotion. Just promote this pawn. Okay, well, now he's just giving away pieces. Okay, what would be best here? Might as well just promote to a queen and check him. Okay, then we'll check him again. And just mate him on the next move here. All right, well, that game went pretty quick. So, let's see here. I will review the game. So let's do a quick game review here and see what happened. All right, so I had 87.8. They had 78.3. I had one great move. All right, Smooth, you had advantage from start to finish. Let's start a review. Okay. What is this opening? The King's Fianchetto opening. All right. So if we look at the position now, I probably shouldn't have earlier, I shouldn't have let the queen come in here and attack my rook. It turned out okay, but that kind of threw a wrench in my plans by allowing that queen to attack my rook, and then I had to bring the knight up here. So I wasn't able to set up this hippopotamus defense like normal. But if we look now, I have 3 pieces developed, and they have 3 pieces developed. But the difference is this bishop is developed where it's blocking in his central pawn, which is blocking in this bishop. His knight is on the edge of the board, and his queen is on f6 here, which limits his knight from moving here, which is probably the best square for this knight. So let's continue on here. It says c6 would have been better to keep my knight out of his position here. All right. And it would help fortify a d5 pawn push. But now this bishop is just blocking his pawn. So usually it's not a good idea to put a bishop in front of your central pawns and block them. It kind of slows down your development. All right, so this wasn't the best move. e4 would have been better, but I wanted to set up the hippopotamus defense, and that's probably not the best opening, of course, but it is a system opening where you can develop quickly. All right, so what do we have here? It says d4 would have been a better move, and yes, that probably would have been better, but I was just trying to bring this pawn up here to prevent anything later. I think it was a waiting move by pushing this pawn here, but trying to attack in the center would have been better. But I don't know, he could just close the center by moving here without, if I move to d4, he doesn't have to trade. He could push his pawn and it would kind of block out my bishop. So let's see here. Oh, it's really blasting through those moves. All right, so now it wants e4. Excuse me. Instead of moving this knight up here to f4, it still keeps me ahead, but by moving that knight up there, well, it did allow this bishop to come down here. So, what did this knight move really accomplish? Maybe not too much. And if it stayed here, and I just moved e4, well, yeah, perhaps that was a better move. Well, definitely it was a better move according to the computer, which calculates a lot more than I can see. All right. So we continued on. Now, it does not like this move. And already white has a winning advantage here, even with, let's see, even if queen to e6 would have been played, white is still ahead here. All right. So rook to f8. Rook to f8, it does not like. And that's probably because of this pin that's about to happen on the knight. So I pin the knight. You further threaten the already pinned knight, which is a powerful resource because a pinned piece cannot move away from the attack. So now the pawn will just be able to take this knight. So, you know, now I'm ahead. And let's see. So I played queen takes f6, but it preferred bishop takes f5. But look at the evaluation is about equal on both of those moves. All right. So we just exchanged down, and then I was ahead and promoted that pawn. So anyway, I played 1850. They played 1300. If we look at the opening, I had 88.1 to their 74.2. The middle game, 81 to 63, and we didn't really go into an end game. All right, well, I don't know. That did turn into kind of an unusual game. But I think that was the last of the 1500 computer opponents. So the next bot that I play will be a 1600. So, that will probably be a little more challenging. And what was that? Part 11 of this chess bot battle series. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe check out the next one. And if you like these videos, please subscribe, like the video, leave comments or suggestions, and check out and enjoy more videos at my Nick Butts Chess channel if you haven't already. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.